We're here for team selection with Henry Playfair. Henry, what are the changes this week?
Two changes this week with Craig Bird and Andreas Everett going out of the team, and then Mitch Morton and Dane Rampy coming in.
It's obviously Mitch Morton's first senior game of the year. What's he done right in the reserves to earn the call-up this week?
Yeah, he's obviously played well to force his way into the team. He had a bit of a delayed or interrupted pre-season, but his last certainly last month of pre-season was pretty good. Just missed out on playing any NAB Cup games, and then he's gone back to the reserves and played full game time there. Played his role really well, mainly as a forward. So he sort of forced his way in and kicked a few goals along the way as well.
Kicking 11 goals in the reserves last week must have helped his cause.
No doubt, yeah, no doubt that helps. But I think it's the old saying that it's not all about the goals, and certainly that's the case for Mitch. I think he put up 75 goals in the reserves last year, but still had to work through what exactly we were after from him. And then once he'd worked that out and certainly nailed his role, then he got a chance last year, and this year it's taken him a bit of a shorter time, which is pleasing.
And Dane Rampy coming in for his second senior game of the year. Must be good to see him back out there.
Yeah, great to see him back. His first game was pretty impressive, and he played the whole NAB Cup and did really well. So it's good to see him back, and it's a good sign as well that he's played well in the seniors. Dropped to reserves, which was disappointing for him, but got straight back on the horse and played well and forced his way back in.
Must be difficult to make changes after 3 consecutive wins. What will Andreas Everett and Craig Bird benefit from back in the reserves this week?
For Birdie, it's definitely getting a full game is really important for him. Being a sub twice, so not playing big minutes, means that he gets a chance to go back and play sort of 120 minutes of reserves football and hopefully put up a good performance. And no doubt he'll be an important player for us going forward. Andreas, a little bit the same. He was subbed on the weekend. He didn't play a great deal of minutes, and his form's been okay. So it was more about, I guess, Mitch and Dane forcing their way in than poor form from Birdie and Andreas.
Coming up against another undefeated side this weekend in Geelong, what are the Swans expecting from the Cats tomorrow night?
I expect what you always expect coming up against the Cats, and like last year, I guess they showed that when we played them up here, they're never out of the contest, and fierce competitors for 5 or 6 years, maybe longer, probably longer, and always put up a good show. So we're expecting nothing less. They've rarely been beaten, I guess, in that period. So it's going to take our best efforts to knock them over.
You're expecting close to a sellout at the SCG. That must be exciting for the players and coaches.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'll be great. There's a few more seats here now, so it doesn't look as barren down the far end, but it'll be great to see it packed out and get the place jumping again.